What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to talk about a bunch of One Piece TCG news. A bunch of cool stuff has gone and been revealed. So let's start off with a product that was revealed in Japan and has now been revealed over here. It is the limited card case Monkey D. Luffy. And here's the thing. This was revealed in Japan the other day. I told you about this when it was revealed in Japan the other day. This is not the same product that was released in Japan the other day. It's about half of it. It's been confirmed for a January release. Remember, Bandai don't give specific release dates for One Piece stuff until quite close to the actual release date. We only get a release month until then. But this is being released in January for $7.50, and it includes a card case and a separator. Yeah, there's something missing from that. To be more specific, there are 10 things missing from that. Because when I told you about this product the other day when it was a Japanese product, I told you that for 1,100 yen, you would get yourself a deck case and 10 Don cards. And now all of a sudden you're just getting a deck case? That's kind of a little bit sad. And if you want the little kind of insult to injury thing here, this is retailing for $7.50. In Japan, it's 1,100 yen, which actually translates to $7.25. So Japan actually gets it cheaper with the 10 Don cards. And I have a theory here, and I want to be clear, right? This is just a theory. I don't actually know this, all right? I've said that. We're cool. This is just a theory. I think this is a double pack Don. That's what I'm thinking Japan's getting. Because remember, we had the OPO4 double pack, which came with 2 exclusive Don cards, which, as it stands at the moment, Japan haven't actually had. They're just kind of missing. And then we've had the OPO5 double pack announced and shown off, which comes with another 2 Don, which Japan's just missing. And actually, while we're here, don't forget the Devil Fruit collection, which has another 2 Don, which Japan is missing. We keep getting these products that have 2 random Don cards that aren't Don cards that have been released in Japan. And there has been a question hanging over of exactly how these cards are going to be released in Japan. This is my theory. And it's nothing more than a theory, but essentially I'm just trying to put 2 and 2 together here. We have a bunch of Don cards that we have released that Japan haven't had. Japan needs to get them, and it's actually starting to add up the number that Japan are missing. Japan have this product which is coming with 10 Don cards. We are getting the exact same product, but without the 10 Don cards. Put it all together, and what do you get? Japan's getting the missing Don cards, maybe even a couple of extra to make it up to 10, which we'll presumably get later down the line in another product. You see where we're going with this? It's gonna be okay. But that seems to be what's happening here, because this is blatantly the same deck box as I showed you the other day over in Japan. It's got the Akira Igawa artwork. I'll talk more about that card in a minute. That's coming up in a moment. And yeah, there's some cool stuff happening. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is Akira Igawa artwork, and I've told you a million times, Akira Igawa is, in my opinion, the greatest artist working in the One Piece TCG at the moment. I mean, just take a look at the alternate art Trafalgar Law we're going to be getting an OPO5. Tell me that's not one of the best One Piece cards we've had so far, and I may have to doubt your honesty, I think is a polite way to put it. I think Igawa is doing phenomenal work. And then, of course, we had the Roanoa Zoro way back in OPO1, right at the beginning of the game. It's phenomenal, right? Love Igawa's artwork. I think this Luffy is stunning. And as a fun little side note, not the only Luffy Igawa's done. They actually also did the alternate art in OPO2. But my point is, I love the artwork here. I will be picking up this deck box. Remember, the sleeves are actually being given out at, or sold at, the finals as well. So we can pick them up. I showed you that the other day. Things are looking good. I love this. I'm going to be picking it up. I don't know how sad I am about the lack of Don yet, because I don't know exactly what the Don are. But here's the thing. Let's say Japan is getting like just 10 Don that we're getting in other products in this box for $7.25. Do we really have to buy 2 of the OPO4 double pack to get the 2 Don, and 2 of the OPO5 double pack to get the 2 Don, and 2 of the Devil Fruits collection to get the 2 Don, etc., etc., and Japan just picks up a deck case and gets 1 of each? Because I'll be honest with you, Japan is getting a better deal. And I love the double packs and I love the Devil Fruits collection. I'm going to get all of them anyway. That's not the point. The point is, if that's actually what is happening, and again, it's not confirmed, it's just a theory. But if that's actually what's happening, yeah, Japan is getting the better end of that deal. But there's more cool stuff happening, including the Sealed Battle 2023 Volume 1. Now, we knew this was coming previously. We knew that when you entered, you got yourself a leader pack, which gave you one random leader out of the Akira Igawa Luffy, or the identical in mechanics, not identical in art, Netflix live-action Luffy. And look, I really enjoyed the live-action One Piece. I thought it was great. And I don't speak as a casual One Piece fan that's seen a few episodes of the anime. I speak as someone who's read the manga start to finish and is eagerly awaiting a new chapter every week. I adore the One Piece story. And I noticed every little change they made to the Netflix One Piece series. And I loved it. I thought it was great. I don't want the live-action Luffy. Although, okay, fine. I do want the live-action One Piece Luffy card. Obviously, I do. What I mean is, if you put these side by side, there's no contest. No contest whatsoever. But remember, you play a sealed battle, and this is the best designed card I've ever seen for a sealed battle in any card game, because it's just a generic 5,000 power 4 life leader, but it's every colour, meaning you can use every card, and it's got all card names, types, and attributes, so any card that only works with a particular leader or a particular type of leader or whatever, everything works with Luffy, so you can make whatever deck you want, and it's absolutely fine. I think that is genius design that makes the sealed battles way better. But this isn't necessarily new. We knew about this before. We also know that the winner is getting a Sabo, which shouldn't really surprise anybody because this was the winner of the sealed battle over in Japan, and it is just a reprint of the Sabo from OP04 with new artwork. And remember, there were already free versions of the Sabo from OP04 because you had the regular, you had the alternate art, and then you had the manga rare. As a side note, Japan obviously had the OP04 format and moved into OP05. We've had the OP04 format for a few weeks now. Sabo is one of the best cards in OP04. It's popping up in all sorts of black decks. It is popping up everywhere. This is a great card. And this is a beautiful version of it. And you can see you got Luffy and Ace kind of there in the artwork as well. Beautiful card. And it is only given to the winner. That's very, very cool. I love this card. But this is also apparently where we get ourselves this pack. Now, it is being branded as the Sealed Battle Kit Volume 1. And you get 2 out of 10 cards in a pack. Once again, Japan has the better deal. Because when this pack was released over in Japan, yeah, they got 5. Now, it's a really weird thing going on here, because it wasn't 5 at random. They split the pack in half, and you would get one set of 5 or the other set of 5. My good friend, the lovely Poketage, he with whom I casted the Battle Spirit Saga Pro Tour a couple of weeks back, bought like 9 of these and got the same 5 in every one. That seems a bit weirdly coincidental now, doesn't it? But you do get 2 of these 5 cards per pack, and it is worth noting these are new cards, they are promos, they are mechanically unique, they are not reprints. However, they are being reprinted because the live-action One Piece set, the drama collection as they call it over in Japan, that is actually the same cards. Except Garp. For some reason I don't really understand, the live-action set is 9 cards rather than 10, and they're leaving out the Garp. Little bit weird to me, but that's what's happening. So all of these cards are available as the live-action set, the drama collection, except for Garp, which is only in this pack. So the Garp is actually exclusive, which I think makes the Garp the most sought after. Although remember, there is a Luffy leader coming, and the Luffy leader is really cool. I've already shown you a winning deck with that Luffy leader on this channel. As a side note, it also played the Luffy and the Nami from this pack as well. So that's really kind of cool. Point is, these are actually playable cards. So the Luffy leader, the Luffy and the Nami have been seen in winning decks over in Japan, but there's some other potential here. So nice and quickly, we've got the Luffy leader. When attacking, you draw 1 if you have 3 or fewer cards in hand. And I've said this before, but it does need to be said. it should be 3 or fewer, not 3 or less. We've got the Arlong that Don X1 when attacking. If you've got 4 or more life, your opponent has to place a card from their hand to the bottom of their deck. The Usopp that on play, look at 5 cards on the top of your deck and rearrange them at the top or bottom in any order. Obviously, as I told you before, these are all characters that featured in the One Piece Netflix show, hence why you also get the drama edition. We got the Sanji that's got a blocker and Don X1 on your turn if you have 3 or fewer cards in your hand, plus 4,000 power. Which means if you've got a low hand size, you've got a free cost 6,000 power blocker with counter. That's good. We've got the Shanks that when attacking lets you trash any number of cards from your hand and get 1,000 power during this battle for each card trashed. Clearly some potential there. Also, check out the 2-armed Shanks. Putting that out there. The Dracula Mihawk that Don X1 cannot be KO'd by slash attribute characters. And the matching Monkey to Garp that cannot be KO'd by strike attribute characters. Remember, the Garp is only in this pack. We've got the Nami that on play, if you've got 3 or fewer cards in your hand, you can return up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 3 or less to its owner's hand. You've got the Luffy that on play lets you trash 2 cards from your hand, and your opponent puts one of their characters to the bottom of their deck, but they do have the choice, which makes it a bit more awkward. And then the Zoro that on play you can pay 2 to return a character with a cost of 5 or less to the owner's hand. This is a cool promo pack. And honestly, right, you turn up to this sealed battle and you get yourself one of the leaders, pray for the Ogawa, it's clearly the better one, or pray for the other one so I can get the Ogawa. And then you also get yourself one of these packs that gets you 2 random cards, and then the winner gets you the Sabo as well. That seems cool, ladies and gentlemen. That seems very, very cool. Right, that's what you need to know. That's what's been revealed, and now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about this. Tell me how excited you are. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.